India's gateway to the future now stands on the shores of Great Nicobar, where economic opportunity meets strategic vision, carving a path for prosperity and resilience in the heart of the Indian Ocean. Namaskar, I am Suruchi Das and you're watching Rhythm News. A historic milestone has been reached in India's mineral development journey, as the nation concluded its first ever auction of offshore critical mineral blocks last week. Among the 13 blocks put up for bidding, 7 are strategically located off the coast of Great Nicobar Island, signaling a transformative shift not just for India's economy, but also its strategic presence in the Indian Ocean region. This isn't merely about extracting resources, it's about redefining how India leverages its natural assets. The offshore mining sector, despite being backed by the Offshore Areas Mineral Development and Regulation Act of 2002, had remained largely dormant for nearly 2 decades. Now, with this auction, the groundwork has been laid for tapping into rich reserves of polymetallic nodules containing critical minerals like nickel, cobalt, and manganese, essential for global green energy transitions. But let's step back and see the bigger picture. Great Nicobar, the largest and the southernmost island in the Nicobar chain, has been an unsung hero of India's maritime strategy. Historically, these islands serve as pivotal nodes in trade and military campaigns, from the Chola dynasty's naval exploits to contemporary discussions about securing the Malacca Strait. Today, their role is evolving to align with modern imperatives of economic self-reliance and regional influence. The government's ambitious vision for Great Nicobar extends beyond mining. At the island's southern tip, a state-of-the-art transshipment hub is being developed. Why is this significant? Well, let's talk about India's current maritime logistics. For years, India has struggled with inadequate port infrastructure and shallow draft depths, forging a large container ship to offload cargo at international hubs like Colombo, Singapore, and Klang. This logistical inefficiency costs India approximately $200 to $220 million annually in lost revenue and inflates shipping costs for Indian exporters. The planned hub of Great Nicobar, boasting a natural draft depth of 20 meters, would change that. Its strategic position along the east-west shipping corridor, just 10 nautical miles from the Suez route, offers a location advantage few ports can rival. Not only will this reduce India's dependence on foreign transshipment hubs, but it could also attract cargo traffic from neighboring countries like Bangladesh and Myanmar, providing a massive economic boost. There is also a defense angle. The port's proximity to key maritime choke points like the Great Channel and the Malacca Strait makes it a critical asset for ensuring uninterrupted trade flows and monitoring potential threats. Meanwhile, the Naval Air Station INS Bars, position in the northern part of Great Nicobar, is being upgraded to enhance surveillance and anti-submarine capabilities. These developments come at a time when China is ramping up its presence in the region, with survey ships mapping underwater routes and a naval base emerging in Cambodia. By strengthening its foothold in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, India is sending a clear message about its readiness to secure its maritime boundaries. So what does this mean for India? The answer is simple: economic empowerment, strategic resilience, and regional leadership. Great Nicobar's emergence as a hub for commerce and defense underscores India's intent to take charge of its maritime destiny, setting the stage for a future where the Indian Ocean truly becomes India's ocean. Jai Hind.